Are you sick of coming to the net and getting passed every time? Well, here's a couple of things that you might be able to take with you on the court next time so you don't get passed. As transition players or net players, when we come into the net, where we cover becomes critical in terms of our positioning, so we can cover as much space as we possibly can, so we can limit the space that the passing shot player has to play into. So one of the key elements I always use, and the line I'm going to use, is to follow the line of the ball when you come to the net. What I mean by that is, if we are approaching, let's say the ball is in the middle of the court and we approach to the number one. What we have to understand is we have to almost draw a straight line to where that ball is going. And what we then do is we have to get to a position where we cover the line of the ball. So basically, if I hit the ball to the number one, I will end up recovering or moving to the number one. If I hit the ball to the number two, I will recover my position to the number two. If I hit the ball down the middle of the court and I take away the angle in my approach, I will recover to the middle of the court. This is my lateral recovery position. Now, obviously we have linear recovery, which is the how far back I stand from the net or how close I get to the net and how far back I am. Now, obviously if we get close to the net, we can cut off more angle, but we do open ourselves up to the lob. So it's reading the cues of the opponent to be able to make sure we're in the right position. Now, what we need to start doing is we need to move in the direction we hit the ball, so we follow the line of the ball, and we must split step and stop our weight coming forward on the impact of the opponent. And that is our cue to start reading what the opponent is about to do to the ball or to us at the net. So once we have split and unweighted our feet, we can either continually move forward and cut angle, or we can split step and move back to cover the lob. So that is a critical element of coming in. Now, we don't stop our whole momentum, but we start to halt our momentum a little bit so we don't just charge the net and have reckless movement going forward. Now, obviously, an easier volley is closer to the net. So if we can get ourselves in a position where we are closer, it makes it easier, but we need to read the cues of the opponent before we do that. So always remember, when we are recovering laterally, we are following the line of the ball. So obviously the numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relate to the transition ball or the ball that we have hit in terms of our approach. So if I have approached to 5, I would move my way in line with that 5 to that ball. So it's trying to follow the line of the ball laterally. And for linear kind of recovery, what we have to think about is when we move in, we split to make sure we unweight the feet, halt the momentum a fraction, so we can either continually close the net on the opponent's pass, or if we feel like they're going to go over the top, we can move back and get to the ball for a smash or over the top on the lob. So it's really important to understand both the horizontal recovery points and the linear recovery points.